What's up guys, it's Toby here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool transfer news video, and I'm super excited because there has been some great news coming out about Liverpool's summer transfer plans. David Maddock gave an interview saying that Liverpool could still make a huge £100 million purchase in the summer even without making the Champions League places, without qualifying for the Champions League. And also we will address the rumors linking Jurgen Klopp with the Germany job, because Joachim Löw will step down after the Euro 2021 tournament as Germany head coach, and of course the Bild newspaper and Christian Falk has already linked Jurgen Klopp with the Germany job. So lots of new information in this video. So if you are excited about this, leave a like and subscribe if you are new around here. So David Maddock said in an interview, and he's a very reliable journalist, he said Liverpool's transfer budget is generally dictated by Champions League qualification, but even with that looking increasingly unlikely, I would be surprised if there wasn't a decent amount of investment this summer available for Jurgen Klopp. It's too often forgotten that Liverpool actually did some decent business in signing Thiago and Diogo Jota last time, largely because both players have been unable to make the sustained impact it was hoped they could provide because of injuries. They just need to keep building on that to ensure that Klopp can oversee a smooth transition to a new look team, rather than finding himself needing to rebuild the entire squad completely in 1 or 2 years. As for the two strikers mentioned, Erling Haaland and Kylian Mbappe, the clubs with deeper pockets are sure to be chasing both players, but Liverpool still remain a very attractive prospect with Jurgen Klopp as the manager. It's worth mentioning too that FSG have shown in the past with Alisson and Virgil van Dijk that they aren't afraid to spend big if they believe there is value in the purchase. And with Mbappe and Haaland, you would be signing a world-class centre forward for the next 10 years. That's value as far as I'm concerned, David Maddock is saying. While he isn't finished yet, Firmino is clearly on a slight downwards trajectory, and directly replacing such a unique player would be extremely difficult. So if Jurgen Klopp's next move is to go for an out-and-out number 9, then it would be of course very, very good that Liverpool put themselves in the mix for both Erling Haaland and Kylian Mbappe. Getting a deal over the line is a different thing, but I would be wary of anyone who can offer certainty over where either player will end up. So this is still open that Mbappe and Haaland could still either of them could end up at Liverpool. And if we were to sell one of our current front three, and I think the most likely player to be sold is probably Bobby Firmino, but there are also more and more rumors coming that Mohamed Salah might want to leave either in the summer or in 2 years time, or in 1 year's time, sorry. So you could see a scenario where maybe not all of them leave at once, but maybe Firmino leaves this summer, maybe Salah leaves next summer, and maybe Mane leaves 2 years from now. If we sell one of the front three, I'm almost certain that we will sign a big forward, a big player. Not like 100% certain that we will go for either Haaland or Mbappe. Those are obviously very good obvious candidates, but we could actually go for another big striker, somebody like Paulo Dybala. And Jurgen Klopp and Hansi Flick are the hot candidates for the Germany job, according to the Bild newspaper. Christian Falk tweeted that. But then Jurgen Klopp was asked about the vacant Germany job in his pre-match Leipzig press conference, and he said this: "No, I will not be available as a potential coach of the German national team in the summer or after the summer. I have 3 years left at Liverpool. It's a simple situation. You sign a contract and you try to stick to that. I will not be available as a potential coach." So it's simple. I have 3 years left, and I honored my contract at Mainz and at Dortmund, and I certainly will honor my contract at Liverpool as well. So that puts the rumors to bed, and I think that calmed many Liverpool fans' nerves, because when I heard the news that Joachim Löw is stepping down as Germany coach, I was instantly nervous that Jurgen Klopp could end up being the Germany manager. But I think Jurgen Klopp would want to manage Liverpool until 2024 and then maybe take a 1-year break and then see whether he wants to be a manager anymore or if he wants to retire. And I think that Jurgen Klopp being for 21 years manager constantly, like at Mainz, at Dortmund, and then he had like a half-year break and then or maybe even not even a half-year break, and then he was thrown into the Liverpool job as well. So he deserves a break, I think, after 2024. And also, Gini Wijnaldum addressed the questions about his contract. He said, "There is no news as it stands right now. I would like to say I am really happy at Liverpool with the team, the fans, and that is the only thing I can say. It's not that I am not happy and I have to leave. It's not that easy, so it's difficult to deal with it. The situation we are in right now, my future is not the most important thing, but the only thing I can say is I am really happy here with the fans, the team, the staff. My family is happy here, but there is no news. Really difficult to say how he would feel if he did have to leave. He said it's really difficult. You would leave a team that you really love. With a team you feel really comfortable. This will be difficult, but you will know the situation why you have to leave. But I would be devastated that if I cannot play with this team anymore after this season." So probably Wijnaldum wants a long, like 4-year contract on pretty big wages, and probably Liverpool are not willing to give him that. And it's not because Wijnaldum is desperate to play elsewhere. It's actually the opposite. He wants to stay, but he also wants to feel valued. He wants to feel that his contribution is valued by Liverpool. And I think that another club like maybe Barcelona or Inter will definitely value Wijnaldum more in terms of his wages than what Liverpool are offering. So maybe he wants a last big contract out of his career. Paul Joyce also said that Roberto Firmino is likely to miss the Leipzig game because he was missing from Liverpool training with a knee problem. He also was missing for the weekend game as well. So it looks like Firmino will be out. Yeah, thank goodness that Diogo Jota is back, because now we have a like-for-like replacement. And actually, I think it's a little bit of a good thing. Firmino has played so much football that he needs a rest. Not like he wanted to rest, but he probably needs a rest. And we can try out the Jota, Salah, Mane front line another time against Leipzig, and I think we absolutely have to score a goal because then I think the tie is over. If Leipzig score the first goal, Liverpool could get very nervous, and I'm actually really looking forward to the game, because it's not at Anfield, because at Anfield it looks like we are cursed, we just can't score a goal, but away from home we don't have any problems scoring goals. So let's hope that is the case. Also, Paul Joyce said this in the Times newspaper: Jurgen Klopp can continue to count on the unequivocal backing of FSG, which harbors no doubt that he will oversee a revival in Liverpool's fortunes. It believes that the 2-month downturn in results is an anomaly and has been shaped hugely by a huge lengthy injury list during what is an unusual season owing to the pandemic. After 5 years of progress, FSG will not abandon Jurgen Klopp and plans to make money available to strengthen the team despite the increasing likelihood of missing out on a place in the Champions League next season. And I think this is exactly what the Liverpool fans needed to hear, and Jurgen Klopp fully deserves the backing. He won the Premier League title after 30 years at Liverpool. Nobody previously could do that in 30 years, and I think he deserves the backing, because it's a freak season with so many injuries, with no fans, with no preseason, and also with a loss of form of many forward players. And most of these things are not Jurgen Klopp's to blame. Jurgen Klopp is not to blame for most of these problems, and I'm really excited now about the summer, because Liverpool could make some big transfers with the money available, and we have been very smart, very sensible with our transfers recently. So I think that Jurgen Klopp will have money to spend, and I think we will sign one big forward in the summer. And one of the best players of RB Leipzig, Angelino, their left wing back, a former Man City player, has been ruled out of the game against Liverpool. So that's a little bit of a good news for Liverpool, because Leipzig confirmed that Angelino Fabinho is training individually and he will not be available for Wednesday's game, and he already missed the weekend game where Leipzig won 3-0. So I think that's a little bit of an advantage for Liverpool, because Angelino, as I said, is a very, very important part of Leipzig's team and one of their best players. And Ozan Kabak made a very interesting interview in Liverpool's official matchday program, saying that in England the level is really, really high. The Bundesliga is also a really high level, but I think the Premier League is even higher in intensity and physical quality. I think it is the highest level of football, and I'm trying to adapt here. Thiago, Firmino, Shaqiri played in the Bundesliga before they were here, and our manager also managed in Germany, so I take their advice and I try to give my best in training and the games. I have given everything in the last month, but of course it is hard to adapt here because there are really good players, good teams in the Premier League. It is always harder to join a team in winter, to be honest, to play with new teammates, and obviously to move into a new country with a new language. Everything is new. It has been a challenge for me, but I have tried to adapt as soon as possible, and I think it has been going well. Kabak, apart from a couple of smaller mistakes, has been really fine, and it looks like he could be available for the Leipzig game as well, because he started training again. And he said, it has been a month and I can say I've already settled in, but it is a big responsibility for me, to be honest, because there have been a lot of injuries in the centre-back position. I need to give my best for the team, to help the team, so like I said, it is a big responsibility, but I can do it. It is amazing to be a Liverpool player, absolutely amazing. A dream came true for me, because as a child I always wanted to play for this great club with these great players. Now I am here, I want to make our fans happy and proud, and that's really, really good news. And what is also interesting is that Angelino said that the pressure is on Liverpool. They are the favorites to go through. I don't think that the pressure is on Liverpool. The pressure is on Leipzig as well, because Leipzig, if they go out in the round of 16, it is not a successful season for them, even though they are still in the title race in the Bundesliga. Angelino said it was tough because I thought we played a really good match against Liverpool. We were a few times behind their fullbacks. Trent on the ball is unbelievable, but he's too offensive, but that is his best quality, so we have to exploit this weakness, and hopefully we can get a few more chances like we did in the first game. That was our mistake, that we did not put our chances away. We could have put some pressure on them by scoring some of the chances we got. We felt we gave them 2 mistakes, and the team like Liverpool, with the quality they have, they kill you if you give them just a little bit. But we are positive because we played a strong match. If we don't make mistakes and we put our chances away, it could turn around the situation. There is still 90 minutes to go and we will be focused and ready to go again. The pressure is more on them than us. We are the underdog, so we go from behind. And yeah, let me know what do you think about that. I don't necessarily agree. He said obviously he was a very important Van Dijk for Liverpool at the back. He was so strong. In the end, they don't have many changes. They have their very strong 11. They did not win the Champions League and the Premier League for nothing. You cannot be perfect all the time, but they have an unbelievable team, great qualities. They're great quality up front, and when they have Van Dijk at the back, he's unbelievable. And every team has their ups and downs. They can beat anyone when they have their day and everybody is fit. So you just have to be very focused and stick to the plan. Individually, Liverpool have great players, and for sure they will compete again and get back to their best. But hopefully not in their next match against us. They can wait a little bit longer. Oh, that's interesting. So Angelino is really fired up, but he will not be available against Liverpool. So this rallying cry probably is just for his teammates. And Peter Crouch also said that he watched Liverpool on Sunday and he couldn't believe that he predicted in November this team would retain the title. They had played so professionally and with such class against Man City that I couldn't see how they would be stopped. What I see in front of me now bears no resemblance to that team. Mohamed Salah is the only forward who looks like he will score, and even against Fulham, his opportunities were few and far between. Teams have found a way of playing against Liverpool, especially at Anfield. The attacking threat has fallen down because of what happened in the middle of the pitch. Without Henderson and Fabinho, they don't press as high, the fullbacks don't get forward, and the defense is vulnerable. When you have that mixture, it leads to confidence draining. When you don't have confidence, you don't want to shoot as often, and you snatch at chances. It's a horrible cycle to be in, and now Jurgen Klopp needs it to stop. So yeah, of course, Peter Crouch is right, but it's easier said than done. I think the Champions League is a welcome break for Liverpool from Premier League action, because we have been in such terrible form in the Premier League that hopefully the Champions League will reinvigorate Liverpool, and we just need to take our chances. We created chances against many teams, but we just don't put most of them away. Let's score against Leipzig, and I think then the tie will be over. Let me know what you think about all the things we discussed in the comments below, and thanks for watching. Have a nice day. See you later, guys. Good day.